1/4 mile, merge onto I-285 South.
Come on, Kanye!
Welcome to Crafting with Cass. I'm Cass, and welcome back to Crafting with Cass if you're ready to tackle another set of DIY craft projects. So in today's projects, I am going to be flipping some dollar store materials. I have upcycled dollar store craft that I'm going to be redoing, as well as some other dollar store materials that I have in my craft stash that I am going to be marbleizing and creating some really high-end looking home decor for the fall. So if you want to see a different way to transform some of these foam pumpkins from the dollar store, as well as some other decor from the dollar store, then let's go ahead and let's get right started. So I'm starting off with, I think this was like a stove cover that I got from the dollar store, and I am just going to repaint it using some white chalk paint. And then also I have one of these tins that you might have seen if you visited the dollar store regularly. These have been in season for a few years, and I'm just going to be coating everything with some white chalk paint. So I'm going to be using the hydro dip method to give these items a marbleized effect. And so I'm going to be using spray paint, and I've done this years ago doing some ornaments that I'll also link in the description below. But this is going to be how I get the marbleized effect for everything that I'm going to be crafting today. And I decided not to use the acrylic pour paint that I showed in the beginning, and decided to just do this hydro dipping completely with spray paint. And all I did was add water to what I'm going to, I guess, use as my craft bucket or container, and added some random splashes of spray paint. And then I'm just wrapping and dunking the tin into the water to get it coated with the marbleized effect. And I'm going to be using this as the top part of the decor piece, and I had to play with this a few times because the part or the side that I'm using is not completely flat, so I realized I had to submerge it in the water and then add the spray paint after. So when I lift it up, the inside is coated with the marbleized effect. And I didn't have any gloves or plastic gloves to use, so I just put a bag on my hand because I was getting spray paint stuck to my hands. So that's a really good tip, to submerge the item in water and then add the spray paint if you're trying to coat the inside of something. At this point, this is all trial and error. I'm just trying to pull it out slowly to make sure that it sticks to it, and I wasn't really sure how it was going to turn out, so I'm pulling it out slowly and twisting it just to see if it actually will work. And I think it worked. I think it turned out really nice. I just removed some of the excess that didn't immediately stick on it, that was just like stringy, and then I allowed it to dry. And then I glued the two pieces together to create a cute decorative piece that can be used like as a fruit bowl with like some fake fruit, or in this particular case, this is going to be like the decor bowl or the decor stand that I'm going to use for the pumpkins. And so for the next pieces, I'm going to be tying everything together, and I'm going to be just coating these plain foam pumpkins with some white chalk paint as a base, which I guess could be optional, and I'm going to be giving these the marbleized effect as well, and kind of just tying the colors in with the actual decor piece or decorative piece as well. And then for these pumpkins, I'm just following the same process that I've been following and just randomly putting different colors of spray paint together for the effect that I'm trying to give. And so next up, I'm going to be using one of the foam pumpkins as a candle holder. And so I'm just using one of my candles to cut out the size that I'm going to use out of the top. And I've done another project like this similar, but I've used pillar candles before. So I'll also link that project below for another option for a fall DIY. And so I'm just cutting everything out, and then I'm going to coat it with a base of white chalk paint. I previously had a different vision for this that didn't really work out, so I'm just recoding what I was originally going to do with some white chalk paint, and then I'm going to hydro dip this just like I did the other pumpkins. And the best thing about this hydro dipping is that each side that you do can kind of be unique, and it's really not a real way to kind of mess this up. So depending on what side you're looking at, you'll get a different texture or a different type of the marble effect. much for watching. If you like this craft, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe with the bell to see what I'm crafting next.